Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about one of the most talked about coins from the United States, the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial quarter. Some people say this coin is worth a fortune. You might have heard that it could be worth $20,000 or even more. But is that true? What makes this coin special, and how much is it really worth? In this video, we'll take a close look at the coin, learn what it is, what makes it interesting, and find out if you might have a valuable one hiding in your pocket change. The 1776 to 1976 quarter was made to celebrate the 200th birthday of the United States, also called the Bicentennial. That's why it has two dates, 1776 and 1976, instead of just one. It was part of a special coin series that included the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar. All three coins got new designs for this celebration. The front of the quarter shows the familiar face of George Washington, the first president of the United States. That side is called the obverse. On the back or reverse, there is a special picture of a colonial drummer boy holding a drum, with a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars. Those stars stand for the 13 original colonies that became the first 13 states. The words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and quarter dollar, are also there, just like on other quarters. Now let's talk about the basic facts. This quarter was made in 1975 and 1976, but every one of them says 1776 to 1976. There are no quarters dated only 1975 because the mint wanted the bicentennial design to be special. The regular quarters returned to the usual eagle design in 1977. The bicentennial quarters were made in huge numbers so that everyone could have one to remember the country's 200th birthday. The Philadelphia Mint made them without a mint mark, the Denver Mint made them with a D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint made proof and silver versions with an S mint mark. The no mint mark coin is the one made in Philadelphia. A mint mark is a small letter on a coin that tells you which U.S. mint made it. For example, D means Denver, S means San Francisco, and P means Philadelphia, although back then the Philadelphia Mint usually did not put a P on its quarters. So if you look at your bicentennial quarter and see no mint mark, that is completely normal. It is not an error and not automatically rare. It just means it was made in Philadelphia, like hundreds of millions of others. Because so many were made, most 1776 to 1976 quarters are very common. The U.S. Mint made more than 1.6 billion bicentennial quarters in total. That means there are still plenty of them out there today. You can find them in your pocket change, in old coin jars, or at flea markets. For most people, their bicentennial quarter is worth exactly 25 cents, the same as it says on the coin. So when you hear someone online say their quarter is worth $20,000, you should be careful and ask why. A regular one without anything special about it is not worth that kind of money. Let's talk about what the coin is made of. Before 1965, quarters were made mostly of silver. But after that year, the U.S. Mint switched to cheaper metals. Regular quarters, including most 1776 to 1976 quarters, are made of copper and nickel. They have a copper core inside and a copper-nickel outer layer. If you look at the edge of the coin, you can see the copper color. Those are called clad quarters. But there is also a special 40% silver version. Those were made for collectors and sold in special sets, not meant for spending. If your bicentennial quarter has an S mint mark and looks a bit heavier or shinier, it could be the silver type. You can tell by checking the edge. If you don't see the brownish copper stripe, it might be silver. Those silver quarters are worth more because of their silver content, and because fewer were made. Now the big question, why do some people say their 1776 to 1976 quarter is worth $20,000 or more? Most of the time, those claims come from misunderstanding or from seeing coins listed online for high prices, not sold for those prices. Just because someone lists a coin on eBay for thousands of dollars does not mean anyone will actually pay that much. What really matters is what collectors have actually paid in real auctions. When you look at auction records from big coin companies, the regular bicentennial quarters in average conditions sell for face value. Uncirculated ones, coins that have never been used, might sell for a few dollars, maybe $5 or $10, depending on how nice they are. Only coins with special qualities, like being made of silver, having a rare minting error, or being in almost perfect condition, can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Condition plays a huge role in coin value. When a coin has been used in everyday life, it gets scratched, worn, and dull. That's called a circulated coin. When a coin is clean, shiny, and shows all the fine details, it's uncirculated. Collectors grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the number, the better the condition. A perfect 70 means flawless under magnification. Most coins from circulation might grade between 10 and 40. A really nice uncirculated bicentennial quarter might grade 65 or higher. Only a few are perfect enough to reach 68 or 69, and those can be worth a lot more. One no-mint mark bicentennial quarter in grade MS68 once sold for over $4,000, which shows how condition can make a big difference. Besides condition, some coins are valuable because they have minting errors. An error happens when something goes wrong during the coin-making process. The wrong kind of metal might be used, the design might be off-center, part of the coin might be missing, or the letters and numbers might look doubled. These errors make the coin unique, and collectors love that. For example, an off-center strike means the design isn't centered on the coin. You can see part of it cut off, and sometimes a blank area is visible. If the date is still visible, that kind of coin might sell for $100 or more, depending on how far off it is. A clipped planchet is another error where part of the coin's edge looks like a small bite is missing. That can make it worth $50 or more. There are also double die errors, where the design or lettering looks doubled because the die struck the coin twice by accident. If you ever find a 1776 to 1976 quarter like that, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands, but real ones are rare. Always have error coins checked by an expert to make sure they are real and not damaged after they left the mint. Another rare error involves the coin's metal layers. Remember that a regular bicentennial quarter has a copper core and a copper nickel outside. Sometimes the top nickel layer is missing, and the coin looks more coppery or reddish than usual. That is called a missing clad layer. If you find one in nice condition, it can sell for around $100 or more. There are also wrong planchet errors, when a quarter design is accidentally struck on a blank meant for another coin, like a penny or a nickel. Those are extremely rare and can sell for thousands of dollars if verified. But what about the special versions made for collectors? During this time, the US Mint also made proof coins and special sets. The San Francisco Mint made 40% silver bicentennial quarters for these sets. They look different from regular coins because the surfaces are shinier and the details are sharper. Proof coins often have a mirror-like background and frosted design. If you have one of these proof or silver coins in perfect shape, it can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s. The best examples, graded by professional companies like PCGS or NGC, have sold for thousands. In one case, a near-perfect silver-proof bicentennial quarter sold for over $10,000 because it was one of the highest-graded examples known. Those are the kinds of coins that sometimes get mentioned in stories about coins worth $20,000, but they are extremely rare and usually come from collectors or special sets, not from regular pocket change. It's also important to understand that grading matters a lot. When a coin is graded by a professional service, it gets placed in a clear holder with a label showing its grade and details. Collectors trust these grades when buying and selling coins. If someone claims their bicentennial quarter is worth $20,000 but it's not graded or authenticated, most buyers will not take it seriously. If you truly think your coin could be rare, the best thing to do is send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. They will examine it under magnification, confirm if there are errors, and give it an official grade. That way, you know for sure what you have. So let's put all of this together in a simple way. Most 1776 to 1976 no-mint mark bicentennial quarters are common. They were made in huge numbers, and you can still find them everywhere. If your coin has been used, it's worth 25 cents. If it looks new and uncirculated, maybe it's worth a few dollars. If it's made of silver, it could be worth more depending on silver prices and condition. If it has a real minting error or grades extremely high, then it could reach hundreds or thousands of dollars. Only the rarest and most perfect examples reach prices like $20,000, and those are exceptions, not the rule. Some people see coins online listed for crazy prices and think they have the same thing. Remember, a listed price doesn't mean a sold price. You can check real auction results on trusted sites like Heritage Auctions or PCGS. Those show what coins actually sold for. That's how you find real values. Also, be careful of fake news or clickbait articles claiming every bicentennial quarter is worth a fortune. Those stories get attention but can mislead new collectors. The truth is, most of these coins are just ordinary, but learning about them and checking for rare features can be fun and educational. If you want to check your coin, here's what to do. First, look closely at the front and back. Use good lighting or even a magnifying glass. See if it has any unusual markings, extra lines, or doubling on the letters or numbers. Look at the edges to check for the copper color or signs of silver. If you think it looks special, you can take clear photos and show them to coin experts online or local coin dealers. They can help you identify if it's a normal coin or something unusual. Never clean the coin, because cleaning can damage it and lower its value. Collectors prefer original surfaces, even if they look a little dull. So yes, there are bicentennial quarters out there worth a lot of money, but they are rare and usually have special reasons for that value. Most 1776 to 1976 no-mint mark quarters are worth face value or just a little more. The stories about $20,000 quarters come from exceptional coins with errors or perfect grades, not the ones you find in everyday change. Still, it's exciting to check because you never know, sometimes rare coins do show up in ordinary places. The fun of coin collecting is in the search and the learning, not just the money. If you find a bicentennial quarter, keep it as a piece of history. It celebrates 200 years of America's story, and that alone makes it a special coin to own. Whether it's worth 25 cents or a few $1,000s, it's a reminder of a major milestone in U.S. history. And if you want to keep exploring, look at the other bicentennial coins too, the $50 with Independence Hall and the dollar with the Liberty Bell and the moon. They're all beautiful and collectible in their own ways. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you understand the truth about the 1776 to 1976 no-mint mark bicentennial quarter. Remember, always check facts before believing big price claims. Look for real sales, not just listings. Take your time, enjoy the hobby, and who knows, maybe you'll find that one rare coin someday. If this video helped you, give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more easy guides about rare coins and what they're really worth. Until next time, happy coin hunting, and keep your eyes open. You never know what treasures might be hiding in your change.